Hey y'all, it's Alma with the Cat's Pajamas, and today I want to show you how to use Cricut Design Space to set up and personalize your SVG files when making these cute holiday favor boxes using the Cat's Pajamas Cutable files. They're easy to make and personalize for a small treat or even a gift card. You get both SVG files and PNG files to use with your electronic cutting machine. If you want to put together our holiday favor boxes and want to see how I put them together, just click the link in the description below. Using Design Space is an easy way to cut out any project with multiple colors. So in this tutorial, I'll be talking about uploading SVGs to Cricut Design Space, grouping and ungrouping versus attaching, using Color Sync, and using the contour tool with Compound Pass. It's not meant to be an in-depth tutorial, but one that will just get you dipping your toe in. So let's get started. Once you've downloaded Cricut Design Space and signed in, you'll come to the home page and it'll look something like this. Below the banner and your greeting is a space marked My Projects. That's where you'll find all your saved projects. You'll also find a New Project button. Click the plus on the New Project button and it'll open to a fresh canvas. On the left, you'll see the design bar. On the right, the layers panel, and above, the edit bar with the all-important undo arrow. Next, you're going to want to upload a file to work on. So go to the bottom of the design bar on the left and click the upload icon. It'll take you to this screen where you can upload a file or a pattern fill. Below, you'll see your past uploads. We'll be uploading the file for our holiday favor box, so I'll click the button marked Upload Image. You'll be taken to this screen, and you can drag and drop your file on this window or click the Browse button to select your file. If you have a machine that lets you score, there are files with solid lines that you can change the score lines in the application. I'll be working on the Bendy Box Dashes files though, so I'll select it and click it open. Canvas opens this window for you to say, yeah, that's a cut image, and then you click the green button marked Upload. And there it is on your upload screen. Select the file and click on the green Insert Image button. And it will open your canvas. And if I move it around, you can see that it's all grouped. If I go to Make It, by pressing the Make It button at the top right, you'll see that Design Space sorts the group into several mats according to color. The dashes on the green mat, and on the red mat, the box. And it no longer looks like the box. All the shapes are out of place. So let's fix that. Click the Cancel button to get back into Canvas. Now if you look at the Layers panel on the right, you'll see that it lists all the parts of the box under the Bendy Box Dashes group. They're all unattached and floating around in that group as separate parts. Basically, when something is grouped, its parts are just put together with no regard to placement. I like to think of it as a cup you put pennies into. The cup keeps everything together, that's the group, but the pennies can still jiggle around on their own. And in the case of this box, we don't want any jiggling. So first, we go to the top of the panel and click on the Ungroup icon. And now they're all ungrouped. We want them to attach to each other and work together to form a box. So select all the parts we want to attach, holding down the Shift key to add to the selection. Then go to the bottom of the panel and select Attach. Now you can see that the pieces are all under the Attach heading. Let's click Make It and see if it worked. And it did. Now remember when I said grouping is like a cup of pennies? Attaching is like a paper sleeve that you put the pennies into, and now they work to form a whole unit. Each penny in an unmovable spot. There's no jiggling around in that paper sleeve. So let's save it and work on another part of the box. I'll click New to clear the canvas and select Upload. I've previously uploaded the Santa, so let's select him and insert him into the canvas. Now, just like the box, you can see that the Santa is all grouped. So I'm going to ungroup him for this tutorial. And on the Layers panel, you can see that some of the layers have multiple pieces in them to make up the layers. Those pieces are called compound paths. It's a way to keep placement if you're doing multiple layers of color. Right now, it looks as if Santa uses 4 colors. And there's a way to be certain. At the top of the layer panel, select the color sync view. Here you can see all the different colors used in the image and what they are. It also allows you to change the colors of the shapes by moving them around just by clicking and dragging. If I want to add a color that's not on this palette, I can go back to the layers view and select what shape I want to change the color on. Then go to the color selector at the top left, that little square, and select the color. It's important to note you aren't changing the actual color of the shape, but you're changing the mat you're cutting on, and everything on that mat will cut from the same paper. It's easy to change colors on the layers that aren't compound paths. But if I want to change the black mittens and select them, you can see that they're attached to Santa's pupils. And the button to ungroup is grayed out. But the contour icon is not. So let's click on the contour icon. I'll click on the contour button and this screen pops up. I'm going to zoom out just so that we can see it a little bit better. I can see all the individual shapes are shown on the column on the right. On the big screen, I can see that all the shapes that make up the compound path are there. So now I just turn off the paths that I don't want to be part of this path. I want the mittens to be green, so I'll select the eyes and I'll turn them off. Then I'll click the X at the top to close out this window and select green. Now my mittens are green. But what happened to the eyes? Well, they're still there. They're just turned off. So we'll select the mittens and right-click and select Duplicate. The mittens are duplicated. And we'll click the contour button, and you can see the eyes are still there. They're just turned off. Since this is a duplicate, we can turn the eyes back on and turn off the mittens. Then click out, and you see that the eyes have reappeared. I'll make them black again and put them back in the eye sockets, just so that I know that they're there. And since they're the last item that was created, they're at the top of all the other layers. You can click and drag the layer to go under the nose layer if you want. Now let's do another compound path problem. The beard and the pom-pom are also compound paths. When I select contour, you can actually see 3 closed shapes listed for this path. That's because his face is also a closed path that cuts out of the bigger shape. So if I wanted to make the pom-pom a different color, I would select the face shape and the beard shape to turn them off. Then I would be left with the pom-pom. If I wanted just the beard shape with the face cut out, then I would select the pom-pom and make sure that the face and the beard are deselected. One reason for you to do this is to save paper. If the compound paths stay as is, they'll cut the shapes in the position they were originally. This is especially handy if you're cutting vinyl. But for now, I'm happy with the way it is. So let's see how we are on colors by clicking on Color Sync. I can see we've increased the number of colors to 6. I think I want to cut that back to 5 since I just realized I don't have that light green color. So I'll just click and drag the shapes to whatever color I want them to be. That looks better. Now if I go to Make It, Design Space will sort all the colors out onto their respective mats. Here you can see the 5 mats colored to match the colors used in the file. And also you can move the shapes around if you're using a piece of paper that you've already cut out of. You can place the new cuts on an area that hasn't been cut out. Here you can also select the material size that you're cutting out of. Once you've checked it to make sure that everything is good to go, click OK. It'll give you directions on what to do next based on the machine you have. I'm using an Explorer Air 2 and I've set the materials die on my machine to cardstock. Next step is to load the mats onto the machine. Once that's done, Design Space prompts you to press Go on the machine and away it goes. When it's done, it'll tell you to unload and it'll go to the next color. Simple. I really love how this machine makes it easy to cut multiple colors. I hope you give Cricut Design Space and our holiday favor boxes a try. If you want to put together our holiday favor boxes and want to see how I put them together, just click the link in the description box. Have a great day!